friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how to make the easiest baby scratch mittens you have ever made. Now these mittens are so easy because they are worked flat. It's one long rectangle that we sew together, drawstring the top, and then add a tie to. There is a very sweet little ribbed detail at the cuff side. We've got a bit of a bubble shape where the hand goes, and I also included some eyelets into this design so that the tie has a really clear place to go up and down through those holes. So if you're interested in learning how to make the easiest baby scratch mittens you've ever made, sized 3 to 6 months, keep watching. So let's talk about what you're going to need for this project. First, you're going to need some yarn. I've got these number 3 weight yarns. These are acrylic and they are really smooth and soft, so they are going to be perfect for this project. You'll also need a crochet hook. I'll be using a 4mm hook or a G hook today. You'll also need some scissors, as well as a yarn needle to sew it together and to weave in your ends. If you have stitch markers, that could be helpful too, but it's not totally necessary. So gather your supplies and let's jump in. Also, look, I burned my thumb. So I'm going to begin with a slip knot. From here, I'm going to chain 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16, and 17. Now from here, I'm going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. 1, 2. I'll insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, insert into the next chain stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, into the next chain stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. And I'm going to just single crochet across this entire initial chain. At the end of this row, I'm going to have 16 stitches in the row. I'll meet you at the end of this single crochet row to show you what we're going to do next. Here I am at my last 2 stitches of the row. There's the second last one, and here's my last stitch. I'm going to put a single crochet into that last stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. And then to finish my row, I'm going to chain 1 and turn. And there is our first row. For row number 2, we're going to begin with a single crochet in the first stitch of the row. So I'll insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. Now into the next 9 stitches, I'm going to do double crochets. So yarn over, insert, yarn over again, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, wrap the yarn around, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'm going to repeat double crocheting into the next 9 stitches. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. From here, I'm going to chain 1. Then I'm going to skip the next stitch, and in the following stitch, I'm going to do a single crochet in the back loops only. So we finished a double crochet, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and now into the following single crochet, I'm going to go only in the back loop. We've been going like this through both loops. I'm going to just go in to the back loop of the stitch like this, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. Into the next stitch, back loop only, single crochet, into the next stitch, back loop only, single crochet. There should be 5 stitches left in the row for these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last stitch of the row in the back loop. Then I'll chain 1 and turn. And now I can explain what we're actually doing here. So at this point, we are making a ribbed cuff. Then we get that chain 1, that's going to be an eyelet hole. And then we have double crochets, which is going to make a nice puffy, cozy mitten. And then we finish with a single crochet in order to tighten up the edge, the top edge, because that we're going to use a drawstring method to close up. I know it's confusing right now, but I promise it's going to be really cool and make tons of sense. Let's move in to row number 3. For row number 3, we're going to begin by doing 5 single crochets in the back loops only. So first stitch of the row, right into that back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1 stitch. Here's 2, 3, and there's number 5. Then we're going to chain 1. And now we're going to be working into the double crochets. All the way across for the rest of the row, we're going to just do single crochets across through both loops. So we're going to single crochet at the top of that double crochet, the next one, and then we'll just continue across, same way, 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch. And I will meet you when I get to the end of the row, which is 10 stitches total. Well, I guess I don't have to meet you because we are there. So there's my 8th single crochet there, there's 9, and then there's 1 more stitch left in the row here. I'm going to put a single crochet into that stitch, yarn over, pull through. Now I'm at the end of the row, so I'm going to chain 1 and turn. So it's going to be a repeat of those 2 rows, but let's go over it one more time. So we're on row number 4 now. Row number 4 is going to be the same as row number 2. So we're going to start with a single crochet in the first stitch. Then in the next 9 stitches, we're going to put a double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, and there I am at number 9. Put my last double crochet into that stitch, and then I'm going to chain 1. Then I'm going to get to the next single crochet, and I'm going to single crochet back loops only in the next 5 stitches all the way to the end of the row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then chain 1 and turn. So all of the even rows are going to be that repeat, and now all of the odd rows are going to be this repeat. Single crochet through the back loops only for the first 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1. Single crochet to the end of the row. At the end of the row, chain 1 and turn. Now I think it's becoming a little more clear what we're doing. You can see the holes that those chain 1s create, which allows us to have an eyelet for the tie to sort of weave through. The back loops only single crochet is creating this cute ribbed texture for the cuff, and then the double crochet alternating rows is creating a more puffed out sort of tall row up at this side of the project, and then having the single crochet at the end is kind of drawing it in. So as we work through this, it's going to be more bubbly and puffy where the hand actually sits, and it's going to be more accordion and more ribbed stitch here at the cuff. So it's just a repeat of those 2 rows, number 2 and row number 3. I'm going to zoom through the next few rows until my little shape here is wide enough that the accordion cuff can reach around baby's wrist. I'm going to be making a size 3 to 6 month, but I will show you how you can adjust and modify this to work for whatever size you need to make. So I will see you at the end of my rows to show you what we're going to do next and how we're going to put this little baby mitt together. Here I am coming up to the end of my 18th row. I've just done my last double crochet, chain 1, and now I'm going to single crochet in the back loops only to the end of the row, which is 5 stitches. There's 1 and 2, here's 3, 4, and last one. And there we go. That is the full piece before we put it all together. And you can see now where we did those double crochets has kind of created this balloon sort of shape happening. See how it's much wider and puffier? Once we stitch this together, you'll see it creates a sort of a delineation from the cuff to the mitt. So from here, we're going to cut a long tail. Also, if you hear noise, it's my parrots. They're sharpening their beaks, and it is something they do when they are happy. So I'm going to pull the last stitch through, pull the thread through there, and now let's measure this. Okay, so the full length at the cuff for this little scratch mitten is 4 inches. The widest point is about 5.5 inches. So you can see that increase that we get by doing the double crochets here. For height, we are right about 3 inches for the entire project. The part where the hand will sit is about 2 inches, and then the cuff is about 1 inch. If you're making this for a smaller baby, or if you're making it for a bigger baby. You can add stitches into this section with the double crochets. So there's 9 stitches in my pattern here. It goes 5, chain 1, 9, single, 5, chain 1, 9, single. That's how the row goes. And then the opposite direction, it just goes single, chain 1, single back loops. But if you wanted to, you could do 5, chain 1, 12 double crochets, then a single crochet. Or you could do 5, chain 1, 10. The point is, this is easily modifiable depending on the size of your baby. Now let's put this thing together. I'm gonna start by threading up my yarn needle with the long tail that is attached to the cuff end of the mitten. Then I'm going to fold my work over onto itself so that the tail is in the back and then the opposite corner of the cuff is matching up with it. Now we're going to begin some blanket stitches. So we have our first stitch here connected, or the last stitch rather. I'm going to insert into the first stitch on the other side, just sticking my yarn needle right through it like that. Pull that together just to join our work. Now this is when we actually do our first blanket stitch. So in the second stitch on the back, we're going to insert the needle into that second stitch right there. Then the second stitch on the other side, we're gonna insert the needle through there. You see this whole loop left behind, so we'll pull the needle through. And this loop here we have left behind, I'm gonna pass the needle down through that loop and pull the stitch fully tight and closed. Now into the next stitch, insert the needle. In the next stitch on the other side, insert the needle, pull through the loop left behind, put the needle down through that loop to pull the stitch tight. Next stitch, pull tight. Next stitch, pull it through, loop left behind, pass the needle down through the loop and pull tight. And I'm going to do this all the way across. This is joining my piece together so that it's going to actually resemble a baby mitten after this. Just keep your stitches lined up. As long as you're keeping your stitches matched up, you're going to end up with a perfectly straight seam that is virtually invisible. All right, I've made it to the end of my row with my stitches. I'm gonna put my last stitch in the last stitch on both pieces, do my final little blanket stitch here, and then I'm going to take the tail that is already at the top here and I'm going to tie a really nice secure knot. So I'm going to do a double knot and I'm going to pull that really tight. And now what we're going to do is the drawstring. So using the same tail, we're going to go around these top single crochets in order to sort of cinch the top closed. Let me zoom you in to show you how I'm going to do it. All right, so this is super easy. We're going to start by inserting down into the first single crochet. Then we're going to come up through the next single crochet, down through the next, up through the next, down through the next, up through the next, down and up. And then I'll pull my tail through so that I have a little more room. And then I'll continue around, down through the next, up through the next, down through the next, up through the next, down and up, pull through. Now we're almost here, back at our initial corner, down through the next, up through the next. And there we go. Then I'm just going to insert it through that first stitch that we went through again, so that we've kind of doubled over. Now we have this tail that is attached to all those stitches, and then we have the other tail that is just attached to the work. We're going to pull on the tail to close it up as best we can. It should be fairly easy and fairly tight of a closed hole. You can see there's no like light passing through. Then once you have it all tightened up, tie it to that initial tail, just like that. Now I'm going to thread up my yarn needle with both tails and I'm going to weave in the end, and that is going to just secure that hole closed, and it's going to just also get the job of weaving the ends in out of the way for us. We are so close to being finished. We're going to turn this out so that we can see what it's actually going to look like. And now you can see we've got this nice cozy space for the hand, and then we've got these nice little ribbed cuff details down here, and then we've got the eyelet stitches. So let's make the tie. For the tie, I've decided to use a pale blue. I think it'll look cute having a contrasting color. I'm going to go ahead and create a slip knot, and then I am going to chain 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. And then I'll just cut my yarn here, pull that last stitch through, and this is going to be what we use as our tie. Let's weave it in. So decide what the front of your mitten is. Usually the front is generally not where the seam is. So my seam is right here, so I'm just gonna pick the opposite side, and then I'm going to thread my yarn needle up with the tail from the tie. Then in the first eyelet, I'll just sort of spread apart my stitches until I can see it. You can see they're right here. In that first eyelet, I'm gonna go down through the eyelet. Then in the next one, I'll come up, just like this. Then I'll go down through the next one, up through the next. Do you see there's these large holes exactly for this purpose? Then we go down through the next, up through the next, down through the next, and up through the next. See how that works? Then I'm gonna pull that through, and I'm just gonna repeat that until I am back to the beginning of the round. Because we did an even number of rows, we end up with the ties coming out of the front, both pieces coming out of the front of the work, which is perfect. If we did an odd number of rows, the tail end, one of them would end up coming like out of the actual body of the work. So here is where we're going to finish off these ties. I'm gonna do that first by tying a knot where the chain ends so that I can cut my yarn tail. You could also take your yarn needle and weave in this end into the chain, but I find this to be just a super easy way to deal with those ends. Just tie a knot right where the chain finishes its last stitch, pull the knot down, right down to the edge, and then pull it tight, and then trim off the excess. Now I'll take a second to tie a bow. Ta-da! They're finished! What do you think? Oh, by the way, make 2 of them. Look how cute these freaking scratch mittens are. I can't get over how easy it was to add that eyelet by just doing a chain 1 in the middle of my row. I'm going to use that trick with other things that I do in the future, but you can see where we weaved in the tie, we get that cute contrast, and then the little bow at the front is so fun. Because we tied off the edge of the tie, the bow you can't pull the strands through. It's like really nice and secure. The double crochet, I think, added a nice little touch. It's not just a straight single crochet, there's like some detail in there. I love the cuff. I think a ribbed stitch cuff is just so cute on something so tiny. So like I mentioned before, this is for a 3 to 6 month size, but you can definitely just shrink it down for newborn if you want to make that as well. I can't wait to see how these look on the baby that I made them for. They are so cute and they make such a good addition to a baby gift. If you've got a baby shower to go to, you can knock out a pair of these in half an hour, and then you have just a really cute, handmade, beautiful gift to add to any baby shower basket. Anyways, friends, the 3 to 6 month baby scratch mitt, easy pattern with eyelets and lots of different stitch tutorials mixed in is complete. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go to the outro. And friends, that's it. The easiest baby mittens you've ever made. 3 to 6 month size, but easily modifiable to work with whatever size you need for your baby. I love the 3 to 6 month size because that is the size of a baby that is in my life right now. If you liked this video, please take a second and click the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel and you're already here, so you might as well. It's free, it's quick, and it's the best way to show your support to the algorithm gods. So that's all I've got for you today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye!